Confident dancing is easier than you might think. Hi everyone, I'm Annika, and welcome to the fourth episode of Rhythm and Reality, where we talk with dancers about their journeys on the dance floor and through life. This week's interviewee is Cece, who's not only a professional dancer, but is also the president of the GCU Hip Hop Club. Take a look at our conversation. Hi everyone, welcome back to Rhythm and Reality. Today we have Cece here, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her experience in the world of dance and hip hop. So do you want us to, or do you want to tell us a little bit about your experience?
Yeah, definitely. So I started dancing when I was 8 years old. That's when I took my first class, and it was actually a hip hop class. So that's kind of what made me fall in love with hip hop specifically. But throughout my life, I've taken tons of different dance classes: jazz, ballet, pom. I did a lot of dance team in high school, which was very pommy, but it was super fun. And then over time, I've just continued to develop myself as a dancer. I did partner dance for quite a few years and got to travel the world teaching partner dance, which was really fun. And I also have had the opportunity to be in music videos, which is really exciting. And now I currently go to GCU, and I am the president of our hip hop club. And I absolutely love it so much because it's an environment where we just get to build community, and that's like the main thing with hip hop, is that it's all about community. And so we wanted to have our club make sure that we incorporated that by welcoming anyone and everyone regardless of your dance experience or dance background. We want you to be able to come and learn and try new things, get out of your comfort zone, and everyone is welcome.
Awesome. Well, also for those of you who are listening to this for the first time, that's kind of how I know CC is via the Hip Hop Club. It's an amazing place. Would highly recommend if you go to GCU. But okay, I had no clue that you did partner dance or were in music videos. Holy cow. Tell me more about that. What was that like?
Okay, so partner dancing I got into at my previous college before I transferred out to GCU, and I just started by taking a partner dance class at my school. And the founder, Michael Worth, he founded co-creative partner dancing, which is the style of partner dancing that I learned and was trained in. And he just took me under his wing. He was like, "You're amazing, you're picking this up so easily, like I want to train you." And so I spent years training with him, and then I had a dance partner, and together we just went and traveled all throughout the United States. I'm originally from Michigan, so we traveled a lot in Michigan and taught at like the University of Michigan, which was really cool. And we got to travel to Trinidad and Tobago, and we did a dance exchange out there for a month where we taught dance classes, and then in exchange we got to take dance classes. So we got to take like pelt classes, soca classes, dance hall classes, heels classes, and it was just a wonderful experience. And then I also had the opportunity, there was a local artist back in Michigan who I was working with, and I would choreograph for him for music videos, and I would star music videos for him, and it was a really, really wonderful and exciting experience.
What? That is so fun. So like if people want, can they like go and find you on Apple Music or like on YouTube? Like are the music videos like public?
Yes, they are public. If you go to the link in my bio, actually on Instagram, at mygirl_cc_dances, you can find the links to the music videos and tons of dance videos and projects that I've worked on. Still getting up there on making sure that I'm posting on time and posting a lot of stuff. A lot of my recent stuff is involved with Hip Hop Club because that's currently what I'm involved in. But if you scroll back, you can find them.
Nice. Yeah, that is so cool. Wow. I feel like performing in a music video is like on my bucket list someday. Like that would be just be such a cool experience. Was it like Was it you just had to like learn the choreo and then like go into it? Was it how much creative freedom did you have with that?
So for this project, so I'll talk specifically about a project that I worked on, where I was the head choreographer. So it was myself and a fellow dancer that I worked with, and her and I had full creative freedom. We worked with the artist to talk about kind of how the setup was going to be for shoot day, what our environment was going to look like, how much space we had to dance, but we mostly had creative freedom, and we worked with the cameraman as well to make sure that we got the good angles and transitions throughout things for editing later on. But it was really, really exciting. I really enjoyed having basically full creative freedom, and I choreographed the entire thing. So that was really fun. It was a very, very long shoot day for this music video, and I think we were there until like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we started at 7 a.m. the day before. So it was a very, very long shoot day. So every type of music video is
Oh my
different
gosh.
depending on how many dancers there are. So for some instances, like if there is a head choreographer, they hire dancers and then they teach the choreo. Sometimes the choreographer is not in the actual videos, they just choreograph for the artist. So it's very dependent on the specific video and specific situation.
Sorry, I think you're cutting out just a little bit. Would you mind repeating that last part?
Oh, yeah, so sorry. It does say that it is trying to reconnect on my end, so apologies on that.
You're all good. Well, I think we might be having some technical difficulties, but um, we're just going to take a little intermission and see if we can get everyone back online really quick.
Oh,
Oh no! It just booted you out. Yeah, it was funny. I was like, oh no, she's cutting out. Is everything gonna be okay? And then it was like, oh, all of a sudden it's just me, and I'm like,
oh,
intermission.
yep. We'll be
But
right back,
okay, this
folks.
this works perfectly. Um, yes. Quick ad break. Maybe I'll put like a little something in there. We'll see at the end.
There you go.
But what were we just talking about? Oh yeah. So the last like 30 seconds to a minute of what you were saying got a little bit cut out. So just in case, you mind if repeating that one more time?
Yes. What was the last part that you heard?
Um, you were talking about how you got to, which, oh my gosh, this is so cool, by the way. Like, I'm like, you not only were you in a music video, but you like made the choreography and like, what that, okay, that's so cool to me. But you were talking about that a little bit, and then after that, it kind of got like fuzzy.
Okay. So,
Hmm.
with this specific music video that I got to be the head choreographer for, I had full creative freedom with it, and I got to work with the artist and with the cameraman to make sure that we got like good shots of the choreo, make sure that it all flowed smoothly, especially for editing purposes later on. And it was really fun. And it was just myself and another dancer that I hired to do the video with me. And the video was about love, so it literally was called Love, but with a three instead of an E at the end. So it was super cute. It was a
Ooh,
lot of fun. But you can
aesthetic.
check it out on my Instagram for sure. Please do. And but I was talking about how a lot of music videos, it's very dependent on that specific video. So for videos that have multiple dancers, like lots of dancers, there's typically a head choreographer, and then they will choreograph for the music video, but they're typically not in the music video. So they're separate roles. But it's very dependent on the artist, dependent on what the vibe of the music video is, and things like that.
Awesome. Yeah, that is so cool. Um, yeah, how was your I feel like that's something that like not a lot of people ever get the chance to do, but that's so cool that you've got the opportunity to do that. Was it fun, like having like the outfits and everything, and having everyone like dancing together, and like wow, we're like making this, and like seeing the product at the end of all that work?
Yes, I love seeing the final product, especially like after editing and things like that, seeing what their vision was, overall.
Uh-huh.
And you can definitely make dance music videos as well. So sometimes dancers they'll make a music video for a song if it doesn't have a music video, but they'll make it a dance music video. So the whole thing is filmed as if this was the music video, which is really cool. And a lot of dancers do dance reels as well now too to help get them into music videos, and for auditions and things they'll make dance reels, which are kind of like mini music videos.
Hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, I guess I kind of assumed like it was a dance music video, but did you guys just kind of get like freedom over like the whole thing, or like was there just a dance portion, or was it just like kind of a music video and you got to like control some elements of it? Did that make sense?
So kind of. I'll see if my answer is answering your question. So, for the one music video that I starred in, like I was the star of the music video, that one specifically,
Mm-hmm.
I had creative freedom and I choreographed it. But other instances, it's
Mm-hmm.
just been like a little portion here, a little portion there. I have also made dance music videos as well with my old dance partner. When we were traveling together, we would make dance music videos together, which was really exciting. And that was not choreographed. We were improv dancers, basically. With co-creative partner dancing, you can make choreography for a performance, but a lot of it
Mm-hmm.
is in the moment. It's typically 99% improv, which was really cool and allowed for lots of creative freedom.
So is it like, because I picture that being like, I don't know if you've seen Dancing with the Stars, but where they just get, there's that like one segment where they like literally get 30 seconds to make something up and then they have to go and like improv in whatever style. Is that kind of what that was like? Like, or it's that kind of thing?
Ye- Yes, 100%. When we were making our videos, uh, they were a little longer than 30 seconds, but we would pick the song that we wanted and then we would just go at it. We would just let the music take us away. We had no pre-plans. We just let the music flow through our bodies, which was really cool. And it's honestly a really special skill to be able to improv, because improving in any style of dance is really challenging. Like
Right.
with coming back to hip hop, when you do a cipher, you are freestyling in front of a bunch of people, So that's where the improv element comes in.
Hmm.
And in modern, you improv a lot too. A lot of choreography comes from improving as well when you're creating as an artist. So, improv, I think, is a very important fundamental skill for any dancer to have.
Wow, yeah. Um, if there's someone who's kind of like new to the world of dance and they like want to get into it, but they're not really like sure about the improv part of things, how would you like encourage them to do that? Because like it can be scary. Like, there's sometimes like even at hip hop club where it's like it's such a great community already and it's like so encouraging. So it's kind of hard to be scared at the same time. But I feel like being in front of people and just not knowing what you're doing, like in itself, that idea, I feel like is sometimes scary. So like how do you feel like you kind of got over that if you had that challenge in the beginning, and like how would you encourage somebody else about that?
Yeah, so I will say that I definitely still struggle with fear of dancing in front of people, especially when I don't have the choreo down or when I'm freestyling. It honestly, you're always going to be nervous, but I think it's the turning it into an exciting opportunity. It's about the mindset of it, and improving or freestyling, you just have to try. Like that's the main thing. If you don't try, you're automatically going to fail. But trying and seeing what you can create out of something is so important. A lot of the times it's going to be horrible, but sometimes it's going to be amazing, and you're going to find new skills and new things about yourself, new styles that you could do. And if you're afraid to go out and improv in front of other people, it's okay to start at home. It's okay to start in private. I literally would just turn on music and dance in front of my mirror. And that's how I started improving. And that's how I started getting over my fear. Learning musicality is also really important to help you with your freestyling and your improving, because once you learn musicality, you can dance to anything, even if you know the song or not. So I would say for someone who's brand new to dance, to improving, to freestyling, start in your room. Start in your room. Put your headphones in, your AirPods, whatever, and just dance in front of your mirror. And that'll help shake your nerves out a little bit. Go to school dances. That'll be fun too, because you're freestyling at school dances in front of a whole bunch of people. And come to hip hop club workshops.
Yeah. I feel like that's gonna get like promoted a lot in this episode. Just hip hop club is gonna get mentioned a lot. But it's fair because it's such a great place to be. So I feel like it deserves the mentions.
Thank you, thank you. We
Yep.
we are consistently trying to grow the club, and we are consistently trying to bring people together. Whether you're new to dance or you've been dancing for years, we just want to provide an environment for everyone, and I think that's really important, especially when you don't know where you fit in, or being new to school and not knowing what club to be a part of. I think it's really fun to be able to provide this type of opportunity for people. So, yes, I'm shouting out Hip Hop Club, but I think it's really, really important for people to come check out this community. Like, that's how Annika and I met, all right?
And just thinking about like the amount of people that I've met through, and I'm sure you've met more than me because you're the president, but like the amount of people that I just remember meeting in hip hop club, and I just like have friends from just hip hop club, which I didn't think would happen, but I just know people from there now, and I just like see them regularly, and I was so convinced like the first time going like this is gonna be like a one-time thing, and now it's like an every week thing. Like that's how amazing it is. So but yeah, now that we're kind of on the topic of that, do you want to talk a little bit more about like why you decided to be the president and kind of like your vision behind it?
Yeah, definitely. So I first joined Hip Hop Club 3 years ago, which is crazy because now I'm graduating. But I joined their lip sync team performance, which is you do have to audition for this performance, but I auditioned for it. And coming to GCU, Hip Hop Club was one of the main reasons that I came to this school. I saw that they had a club, and I was like, "Ugh, I have to do that. I love dance. I love hip hop. Like, this is going to be such a good experience, such a great way for me to grow as a dancer as well." So I joined their lip sync team, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with the amount of performance opportunities. I fell in love with the amount of choreography opportunities. I fell in love with the people who were there. I fell in love with the community, and I really felt like it was helping me grow as a dancer, but also as a leader as well. And so I applied to be an officer my second year, and I was the treasurer my second year at GCU. And after that, I recognized a lot of places where I thought our club could use improvements. and take the knowledge that I knew, but also kind of rebuild something that wasn't really there as well. And that's a lot of why I wanted to be the president. Um, I'm not going to put myself on a pedestal and be like, yes, I'm like the best hip hop dancer, or I know everything about hip hop. I don't. I'm still new to the community as well, and I'm not even from Arizona. And with us being in a private campus, it has made it a little bit difficult to get out in the community, which is something that I wanted to bring the entire time. It has been a challenge, and we have been working through some things trying to make that happen, but it's not an overnight thing. And so that is a lot of why I wanted to be president. And now that I am president, I am very, very proud of what we have been able to do for our club this far, because we took something that was very, very little, and we have expanded it so much in just 1 year. And it does make me sad that I'm graduating and I don't get to, continue to see where this club is going to go. But I am really, really proud of what we were able to create, the performance opportunities we're still able to give to people, and just the environment that we've been able to create for people. I think that's my favorite part about it, is hearing all of the positives from people about how you mentioned making new friends. I know people who are freshmen and they have met their new roommates for next year because of our club. People who have never danced before came to our club, and now they're there every single Monday for our workshops, and it's just really exciting. And we've been able to bring something to this year that we haven't had a lot in previous years, which is more like fundamentals classes. We have a crump fundamentals class, and we have a freestyle fundamentals class coming up this semester, which I'm really, really excited about. And we have so many guest artists coming in too to teach choreography. We just had Tristan from Jukebox who came in and taught a class, and he's coming back again to teach our freestyle class. And it's just really, really important to bring that outside community into our club. So I'm really, really happy. I'm really proud. I love being president for this club, and I can't wait to see how much farther this club goes from here.
Wow. Yeah, that's like inspiring hearing like your heart behind it, and just like also just from an outsider's perspective too. I can definitely like tell like when you're saying that you kind of like built up something that wasn't there before, I could kind of tell that too. Like even just like messaging over Instagram and being like, "Hey, can I teach your workshop?" Like there are systems, and like you need to have your stuff in a row if you want to teach, and like there are definitely systems, and it's like so nice. And just like the fundamentals, like you were saying, like that's something that I think is also really like it's not an opportunity that you would usually get, or you would kind of have to seek that out normally, but just having it in hip hop club is so fun. And I really hope that I'll be able to go to the freestyle classes, but we will see, because I think if it's on April 6th, it's on my sister's birthday, so maybe not then, but if it's on the 23rd, then some like fingers crossed. But we'll see. But yeah, I can just like tell like there have been like visible changes, and um, yeah, it's just cool to hear her heart behind that. And yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate
um,
that. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes into running a club. It's basically like having another full time job, to be honest. It's a lot. There's so much that we are constantly doing, emails back and forth, meetings with advisors, our weekly club meetings. And it takes a lot of work to run a club, especially in the capacity that we've been trying to run it. And we've been trying to put together different events. We've been trying to put together different performance opportunities, and that takes a lot of back and forth communication. It takes a lot of, setting up events and doing the GCU Life events in order to even get space. And even for rehearsals too, like we have to submit things to get rehearsal space in order to practice. And it's a lot. We have a lot of different different elements, and our team is working consistently outside of school to make sure that we are running a cohesive club. And there's always room for improvement, and we know there is, and it's just going to take time to ingrain all of those new improvements as well. But I'm not worried. I'm happy and I'm proud, and I'm excited for the future.
Absolutely. And just like classes have been so full, and I think that's not for no reason either. Like I think you can definitely like tell the classes are like, which also makes me wonder like how are we gonna like is it gonna be moved? Is there even a bigger room to practice in on campus? Like I don't know. But I feel like that in itself just is a testament to like the growth. Um yeah, that's so cool. Um do you think there's anything that, like, when you look back on this year and you look back, like, at all the club is done, what do you think you'll be most proud of? I know the year's not over, but
Yes, I would say that this one's hard because I'm proud of so much. um, I know I kind of talked about this already throughout the interview, but honestly, the safe space and the community that we have created for people, I think, is our greatest accomplishment as a club. Having people consistently want to come back says something about what we're doing. And I think outside of that, we're not only providing a safe space for people, we're providing people with teaching opportunities, choreography opportunities, performance opportunities, leadership opportunities, public speaking opportunities, event running opportunities. Like there are so many different things that we have been able to offer students, and I'm really proud of that as well.
absolutely. Yeah. As you should be. You guys have, like, killed it this year, so it's awesome to just be on the receiving end of that and just, like, see all that happen and just see the growth. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know if a bigger room will be needed soon or, like, what's gonna happen, but it's so cool to see you grow, so. um, yeah, yeah, I love hearing about that. Um, I kind of want to go back to, I didn't really get to like, or I know you mentioned this briefly, but I was wanting to hear about it a little bit more. So when you were traveling as well and you were dancing partner dance, what style was that? Um, and what did those performances like look like for you guys? Like, were you performing in front of crowds? Were you just like what did that look like?
So when I first started doing the partner dancing, it was at my previous college, and the style of dance is called co-creative partner dancing, and the style was founded by my professor, and his name is Michael Worth. He has unfortunately passed, which makes me very, very sad, but I do feel very lucky and blessed to have been one of his students, and I'm able to continue on his legacy, which is really exciting. But our very first performance opportunity was actually for a school showcase. So every semester we would do dance showcases. So we had the fall showcase and the spring showcase. And so we started there. And this was like very large auditorium filled space, which was really exciting. And we did group performances, duet performances, and I did like a double partner dance performance before where it was four of us on stage and we just like switched partners throughout the performance. We also did that with a larger group of people. I think we had 10 of us on stage, and then we also did an exchange. So like the entire time we were dancing with different people and switching, and it was all improv. None of it was choreographed. It was all improvised right there
That's
on the
impressive.
stage. Thank you. And at this
How
time
do you not like
too,
bump into each other?
you become one entity. That's like the whole preface of the dance, is that you literally become an amoeba.
Nice. It's like hive mind.
Yes, exactly. But at that time, my dance partner and I were also very fascinated with Trinidadian culture, and so we started incorporating soca into our co-creative partner dancing, which was very exciting because we didn't know of anybody else who had ever done this before. And with co creative partner dancing being kind of an isolated style in Michigan, in my hometown where I grew up, there wasn't a lot of
Mhm.
exposure. It is a very similar style to fusion dance, but with fusion dance, there is a follow and there is a lead, and there are specific steps. And in co-creative partner dancing there's no follow and there's no lead, so whether it's the male or the female or regardless of who is dancing, there's no specific role,
Mhm.
which was really exciting, and so it allowed for creative freedom with all of the dancers. And so we started doing that, and that was our niche. Our niche was incorporating soca dance with co-creative partner dancing, and we created like our own new style of dance, which was really cool. And then we took this and we started traveling and teaching. We did other types of performances at like local bars and things like that, or they'd have us come in and they'd throw an event for us, and we would come and perform, and then we would travel to different universities and teach. We traveled uh, down up and down the East Coast. We took it and to the West Coast swing environment as well, and we just took it everywhere, and it was really really exciting to develop as a dancer with this style, as well as incorporate other styles of partner dance into it as well. So yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, that is so cool. Yeah, I would see this. These are the types of things where, like, I didn't even come into this interview having a question about that, but that just, like, could literally take up an entire episode just talking about that. Like, wow.
Thank
Um,
you.
where, yeah, that's so cool. You literally, like, have, wow. Um, okay, so say I'm a random person and I want to get involved in this style of dance. Do I have to go to a performance that's happening like you guys were doing? Is it something they could just like look up on YouTube? Um, is it like very up to interpretation or is it very specific? Like how would they do that?
So, currently, this style of dance is primarily in Michigan. So, it hasn't really expanded other than like classes that have been taught outside. And it's been quite a few years. My dance partner and I are unfortunately no longer partners anymore. I moved to Arizona, so that kind of separated us a little bit. But in Michigan, there is still a community of dancers that keep co creative partner dance alive. They teach in person classes there, but you would definitely need to go to Michigan in order to like get some experience with this. I am not positive about there being videos on YouTube because when I was doing this style of dance, this is gonna date me a little bit, but we still like smartphones were still new. um, there wasn't a lot of filming. We still had video cameras and things, so videos being
No.
uploaded on YouTube were next to none, and it was all an experience in the moment based kind of style, which I really enjoyed. I mean, of course, I do have videos and things of me doing this style of dance, and be more than happy to share them if you ever want to indulge in it. But yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna have to go to Michigan.
Well, that just makes it like even more like special. Like the people who are listening, like, hey, I live in Michigan. Like that's perfect for them. Yeah, that's so fun. Um, Was there a favorite location that you guys performed?
Hmm. Favorite location that we performed? Hmm. Well, there was a film festival actually that they would host every year, and they invited our dance community to come and perform, and it was outside, and it was very intimate with the public. So they're like sitting in the grass, and we're like right front on their level, front and center, and dancing for them, and feeling the energy of that up close personal experience, I think was probably one of my favorite spaces that I got to perform in.
That's so cool. I love that. Wow. Also, just out of curiosity, how did the name Soka come about?
So
Or do you know like
soca is
why that's what it's
actually a Trinidadian style of dance. I specifically don't know the history behind soca dance. I only,
Mhm.
dipped my toe and indulged into it. And
Mhm.
no, I had the opportunity to be in Trinidad and Tobago and learn soca, but I that is something that they didn't really teach in classes, was like the history of soca. So I definitely think that if you're interested in learning more about soca dance, I would definitely get on the internet and start looking into
Yeah,
it.
do some searching for sure. Yeah, I might have to look up these things like afterwards, or I'll definitely be sending you like, hey, can I see some of the? Actually, would you mind sending me some of your called co-collaborative partner dance that you said?
Yes, co-creative partner dancing.
Co-creative partner dancing. Would you mind sending me some videos of that afterwards? Just because I'm curious, like what? Yeah, sounds really
Yeah,
cool. Thank you, I appreciate it.
of
Um,
course.
yeah, let's see. I'm looking at my questions list here. I feel like I got carried away with asking about that because it's just so interesting.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah. That and the hip hop club, I feel like could each take up a very large chunk of time talking about. Um, but yeah, let's
I
see.
teach more dance classes too.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Actually, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. I recently started working for a company called Diva Dance back in July, and they are an adults open level classes for anyone who wants to dance, because there's one thing that lacks a lot in the community of dance is there being adult opportunities, because a lot of studios are children based. So, you start young and you grow up in dance. There's not a lot of, technique classes or dance classes that are open to adults who may not have had dance before, or dance when they were little but got out of it as a teenager and haven't danced since. And so diva dance is really a place for people
Mhm.
to build confidence and build community. And so we offer open level or all level classes, and we basically do everything. I will say, like, twerking is probably the fan favorite of the community that we incorporate in our dancing.
Imagine.
But we also offer
Uh-huh.
palms classes. Yeah. We offer palms classes, jazz classes, hip hop classes, heels classes, lyrical classes, musical theater classes. So there's so many different things that we offer there as well. And I am one of the instructors for the Phoenix area. And so I choreograph for all of my classes. The community tends to pick the songs. and then I get to choreograph to the songs that the community picks. I can also request my own songs as well, which is really cool. And I typically teach our specialties heels classes.
Mm, that's awesome. Is that your favorite? What's your favorite
You.
style to teach?
Um, that's a good question. I would say I think heels is my favorite style to teach, because I like being in touch with my body. I like being sensual. So yes, and I also really enjoy helping other people feel that way as well. I like helping people feel good in their bodies. So I would say heels is probably my favorite style to teach.
That's awesome. Do you feel like that kind of like goes with because I hear the name diva dance and I feel like that kind of like it like connects in my mind, you know? Do you feel like that kind of like lines up with like their vision too?
Oh, 100%. They are here to help people feel good about themselves. Our classes are
Hmm.
to help people work out for sure. Oh, excuse me. To help people work out and get a sweat in, so they're not pressured to go to the gym, or like they have fun exercising, and that's one of the main things that we
Yes.
like to focus on, but as well as helping people feel comfortable in their body and feel like they can be that backup dancer and just feel good about themselves and build that confidence in themselves as a dancer. And I love seeing people's progress. I love talking to people about their shared experiences with classes and what it's done for their personal lives, what it's done for their mental health. And dance is just so important. And if you're not a dancer, I suggest taking a dance class. Take a beginner's dance class, take an open level dance class, and just see what it does for your body and your brain. It's really incredible.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, why would you go to the gym when you can work out, but you're also like in the music? And like, I feel like it just beats it every time. Like, I would much rather, and I definitely get like everyone has their thing, but um, yeah, just for me personally, I feel like that's so much more fun. So, yeah, that's so cool. I feel like these are things that I would have never known that you did, but I'm so glad you brought it up because this sounds so awesome.
Oh,
Also,
thank
when you were talking
you.
about confidence too, yeah, of course. When you were talking about confidence too, just kind of going back to that, like, I know that that's also kind of like an obstacle that like dancers kind of have to grow through. It's kind of like a universal thing. Like starting out in dance, I feel like it's like you kind of really have to like build up your confidence if you don't already, or just with trying anything new, honestly, I feel like you just kind of have to build that up. So do you have any advice or did you have any like obstacles like that that you kind of had to push past?
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone struggles with confidence, and that tends to
Mm.
happen in a society where people are constantly comparing themselves to others. And one thing that I have learned throughout my experience of dance is that you can't compare yourself to other people. You can only compare
Mm.
yourself to yourself. And
Mm.
growth comes from within. It doesn't come from quote unquote being better than other people or being a better dancer than somebody else. Like it comes from your own hard work. It comes from what you put in, you get out of it. Like it really just it's a singular based thing. Like if you compare
Mhm.
yourself to other people, you're never going to feel confident in yourself as a dancer. You have to be confident in yourself, knowing that there's always going to be people who are better than you. There's always going to be people who have different specialties than you. There's always going to be people who work harder than you, you know? And once I kind of learned to accept that, I stopped comparing myself to others. Instead, I appreciate others. I look up to others. I look at other dancers as, oh my gosh, they're so amazing at this. I want to learn that. So that's where I've kind of changed my mindset on, okay, well, let me look at my dance videos of myself. I watch my own videos and see my progress over time, like how I was dancing last year to how I'm dancing this year. And yeah, that's really the advice that I could give to other people is you just really have to get out of that mindset of comparing yourself to others, because you're not other people. You're you, and you're the only you there is.
Wow. That okay, that was inspiring. Wow.
Thank
You should have like
you.
you should have a talk about I think that would be amazing. But yeah. Yeah, it seriously is like the more you're talking about like the comparison aspect, I'm like, wait, yeah, like it does come down to like the comparison a lot because I feel like a lot of the almost like thief of confidence a little bit is just that like watching other dancers and being like, oh wait, I can't dance like that. But I love that that was kind of the mindset shift for you of like, oh, I can look up to these people and I can want to learn that, but I'm just going to focus on have I improved personally. Like I feel like that's
Yes.
such a healthy mindset to be in, and that like yeah, wow, that's inspiring to me actually. I need to do that a little bit more, but um yeah, wow, that's so cool. Um, is there anything else that you've kind of picked up like that that's been helpful for you? Or like any other kind of like little tips? Like if people are like not feeling super like, oh, like they're trying not to compare themselves, but is there anything else that you can kind of like give them advice on?
Yes. I would say that not caring what other people think about you is also another mindset shift that I am still working on. I am currently a recovering people pleaser, so learning that I
Really?
don't
That's
have to be
surprising.
perfect all the time. Oh, yeah. Yes. I'm not very vocal about it because I don't want to be a people pleaser anymore. And it being a people pleaser comes with caring a lot about what other
Hmm.
people think, and that is something that kind of has destroyed me internally before, is like, well, what if they don't like me? What if they don't think I'm a good dancer? What if, because I can't do these tricks, that it's going to make me less than, And it's like, who cares?
Hmm.
Like, unless you're at an audition, like, who's judging you? Really? Like, a lot of the times people
Period.
are looking at you through their own insecure eyes and worrying about themselves. A lot of people really aren't out here thinking or paying attention to us as much as we think they are. And that's something that
Hmm.
I've had to come to realize as well, is that the only person that I'm trying to impress is myself. Did I do 1% better
Hmm.
today than I did yesterday? And that's something that I've kind of been living by, is let's not look at my downfalls. Let's not look at where I messed up. Let's look at what did I improve on? Did I pick up choreography better this class? Did I hit that turn? Did I, get those splits? Like what did I do this time that improved from last time? And that's really what we need to be focusing on. We need to focus on ourselves and our own improvement, and not caring about what other people think, because at the end of the day, you are the only person who is always with you.
This is so true. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. It surprises me too that you're mentioning like that you've kind of had your own like tendency to people please, which is so surprising for me because I feel like I see you dance in class and I'm like, this only just proves what you were saying more. But I see you dance in class and I'm like, she is so confident. Like she does not care. She is just like doing her own thing. Like, and I look up to that. So it's like it's crazy to hear that. I'm like, wow, she was like having this same kind of thing that she had to get over and like learn to like frame it differently internally. And um, yeah, that's just so cool to hear. Um, yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad it's hidden. I'm
Thanks for
glad
sharing that.
it's. You're welcome.
Like, what? I could not tell. But yeah, I feel like that just proves that you've done it well, you know? Like you've had your time of like trying to get over this and you've kind of it seems like you've found a way to conquer it a little bit. So, and I know you say you're
Yes,
still
I
growing,
tend
but I think you're
always. We're
probably
always growing.
50 or 50th percentile.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Um,
definitely come down to
yeah.
the not paying attention to other people in class and just focusing on myself because I realized that when I focus on other people or I'm watching other people pick up moves quicker than I am, that's lessening my opportunity to pick up the moves.
Mhm.
So when I do have the time or the breaks, the water breaks and
Mhm.
things, or they're running through music again, I try to be that person that's like, all right, let me do it again. Let me just keep doing it, and I work on what I need to work on. I'm not sitting there focused like, oh, well, they got it picked up. Why am I not picking it up? Like, why do they make it look so easy? Like, that's not going to help
Mhm.
me become a better dancer. I just need to keep doing it. I need to keep trying. Some people only need 10 times to do it. Other people need 100 times to do it before they get it. So, everyone's different, and yeah, mainly it's
Mhm.
just a mindset thing. Once you start getting in the right mindset on it, you're going to become a better dancer.
Absolutely. That's so cool to hear. Um, all right. I'll just wrap it up here. I feel like we've gone through most of the questions. And I'm sure, honestly, if we had like hours, we could probably like talk about the entirety of your whole dance experience, which would be so cool, but I don't want to take up that
I
much of your
know.
time. So, um, yeah, the last thing I'll ask you is just, is there a performance moment that you think really stuck with you, or you just kind of like had like a wow moment in your head?
I think our lip sync performance this year was one of my favorite memories. It was my last one, and our theme was Subway Surfers, and it was probably the best theme I think that our club has ever come up with for a performance. And the way that we did our
That thing was
lighting,
beautiful.
our background video, the choreography, the
Mhm.
tricks, like it was just so good. And like that was our baby, and it came out so well, and I'm so proud of us and so impressed with what we were able to create. And I think that that was my favorite performance I've done thus far.
Really? Yeah. Honestly, that was so much fun. And just like looking at everything put together, I'm like, wow, they put the time in for this. Like this was yeah. Do you feel like when you're performing on stage, you kind of had that moment of like, this is it. Like this is like our baby like happening in front of everyone who's watching lip sync.
Yeah. I I was really really happy, and I was happy that we got to share that with as big of an audience as we did, cuz it deserved it. That performance deserved that audience, and I'm just really happy
Absolutely.
so many people saw it.
Mhm. That would have been a shame to hide that. That was a masterpiece.
Thank
That
you,
was
thank you.
oh, so much fun. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, just like the choreography. I don't even know how you guys thought of the theme, but that was awesome. And the choreography and just like, yeah, that was so much fun. And I'm glad I got to be a part of that this year too, just to, um, because I would have been part of the club regardless, but just to be able to perform on stage with you guys was just like so cool. And um, yeah. Do you have
We're so
anything
happy
else
to have you
that
too.
we might have to wrap it up in a minute or so, but thanks. Do you have anything else that, any kind of like leaving or closing thoughts or um, anything to say to the audience?
I would like to say, first of all, thank you so much, Annika, for having me here. Thank you for wanting to interview me and considering me to be interviewed. I'm very, very happy to have been able to share some of my dance experience and bring some more attention to our hip hop club here at GCU as we are still a continuing, growing community. We would love to see your beautiful faces and have you all come dance with us. Workshops every Monday night, 9 p.m. at the
Yay!
LPC. See you there.
Exactly. Be there or be a square.
Period.
Anyways, you. Um, but yeah, honestly, like totally would recommend that in all seriousness. And yeah, thanks for taking time again, and I really appreciate it. Well, that is the end of the episode, everyone. I do apologize for the technical difficulties, but I hope you were still able to enjoy this conversation with Cece. Remember to subscribe, follow along, and look forward to new episodes of Rhythm and Reality.